First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Herbert. 5 yards, a good run there. Now second and goal. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going, runs like that.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go.
Here's Fields now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
3.5 to go, first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. This defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he's going to have an Eagles first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The Eagles had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
You look at this Bears defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And they needed to be because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff.
Touchdown, Bears! Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Bears 14, Eagles nothing.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Eagles nothing.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's a give up the middle. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be out of bounds.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he's in for the Eagles touchdown. Great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Fields now to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They got the second 1st down and a near sack. They got to there just as it was leaving his hand.
They might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Again, Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. This defense, 3 interceptions now, and Charles, obviously that one for the pick 6. That gives them a 3-possession lead, and they are really in the driver's seat.
Makes you imagine what that lead could become with another half of football left to play, because the way they're getting after it, partner, 30 points, 40 points, even 50 points, that type of a lead, not out of the question, and neither is another pick 6.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. And this one too low. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw again is Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that. Again, they've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, no losses. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Getting a sense of the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to stop him short of 1st down as he's tackling at about the 21. Here we go on 4th down. Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown! Tyler Scott, 79 yards. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Eagles 14.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Another day in the office. Got 4 inactive from
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line.
That's good for an Eagles.
Throwing again here, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First and 10 at the 35.
Wilson. Again, that's Watkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Wilson wants a different look.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Second and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's out right at the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And quickly, they get to the line. Now they'll change things up. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Herbert once more. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. A give left side here for Herbert. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point from the 41. Here's a 2nd down and 4. A handoff for Herbert. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he will have the Bears 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here we go. All right.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run with Herbert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit.